Good morning. It's 5 a.m. in the morning. It's early because today we got special plans. I want to show you a day in the life of a digital nomad in the weekend. In the last video, I showed you how a work week looks like. In this video, I want to show you how a weekend could look like. Mind you, it's Friday, so actually it should be still a working day, so we're still gonna have to do some work, but this is the beauty of being a digital nomad. So I'm lucky enough to have like-minded friends that want to join us on this
Chapter number
trip
2.
because life is only as beautiful as the friends that you can share it with.
Y'all's.
So we are flying from Bali to Lombok, which is an island next to Bali, and I think the main difference is that they aren't as developed as Bali yet, but I think that is the ultimate beauty that I wanted to explore here in Lombok. So while we're waiting, I'm still working. Like, as you can see, this is the life of a digital nomad. Like, you have to work as well, but the cool thing is you can bring your work anywhere. So this is Simon. Simon is my friend from Belgium, and he's the one that actually organized this trip. Because if it comes to me, sometimes as a digital nomad, I can get really stuck in just working and not moving too much. So it's nice to have people around you that notice that and take it up to themselves to start organizing things for not only me, but also for the others. In total, we're a group of 9. That's a big group. But when everybody's like-minded, when everybody has a same view of the world, it's so easy. So apparently we cannot leave the aircraft, and it's fucking sweating in here. That makes no sense.
Do you guys have my bag? Okay, so what happened was he checks our ticket. He say, can we leave? He said, no, stay put. So I'm like, the fuck? So then Suki's smart enough, thank God, she's to ask other people, like, where you guys going? And apparently has a second destination. Well, we didn't know. Yeah. And that was a sauna. Mom would be really mad if I said that. Yes. Thank you, my man. You want Simon? Sorry if I disappoint you.
Also in Little Lombok is many girls named Cynthia and Nana.
So it sounds like you know a lot of girls.
So the main difference that I noticed when I arrived in Lombok was a different religion here in Lombok. People are Muslim, but the people are still the people, and they're so kind-hearted, and they still have the same kind of energy, always there to help you, always being super kind. So I really love Indonesian people. So we decided to rent a resort, the Origin, because we're with a big group, and I thought it was better if we were with a big group, that if everybody has their own rooms, like, we can all still come together, but we also still have our privacy, and we can come back to ourselves or to our senses if needed. And I have to work as well, so luckily this place had a co-working space, which was amazing. That's also one of the reasons why we chose this place. But if I want to, like, be on myself, I still have, like, my hotel room where I could just gently work or just come to myself if I'm feeling overwhelmed or if a lot of anxiety comes up. Just like everything in life, I think it's all about good balance, and that's what I really try to do. Because I think before I was really in that hustler's mindset and hustling every day, which is still good, especially when you're building. If you're wondering what I was working on, I had like a webinar to give, so I was preparing my webinar. I was helping my clients, so we have a marketing agency where we do Facebook ads and Instagram ads for our clients that run e-commerce businesses. So we help them, and then I'm also trying to build a community of people that want to become a digital nomad. So if you're interested in becoming a digital nomad and you have no clue where to start, I would say join our community. At this moment, it's still free. I have courses inside that I'm also giving away for free where you could learn how to become a digital nomad. So if this is something you're interested in, please like check the link in the description and check it out. But let's continue our journey here. I was actually really surprised by Lombok. Lombok, even though it wasn't as developed as Bali, they had amazing restaurants, and the local kids and people are so cool and so nice, and it really felt that we were visiting an island where locals are predominantly. In Bali, Canggu, where I'm traveling in this moment, it's like a lot of Western people, right? And the most local people I would see are people that are working. So I was so happy for me to experience Lombok, where I would be surrounded by local people, where local people, like I would be visiting them, and I'm just like the minority and just trying to learn from them and experience them and trying to understand their culture. And that's why I love Lombok so much so far. And of course, their nature is unseen. Like compared to other islands, I think Lombok has one of the most beautiful nature I've seen in my entire life, which is unbelievable. Good morning. We had a first beautiful day in Lombok. Today is day 2. I have no clue what we're gonna do. Simon is organizing it, but I think we're going to the beach. I did my morning routine, just had breakfast. I'm gonna read my book now to get my mindset work. And there are a lot of things that are going to my mind. There are a lot of learnings that are happening in the moment, you know, like things that I question about myself, things that I question about my future. And I also feel by doing all these things, it like gives me the space and the mind space, or exactly, gives me the mind space to actually start really thinking about my future, how I want my future, even like long term, just by talking with other people here. So it's good to be surrounded by similar, like-minded people. I think it's one of the best things you can do. But anyways, let's enjoy this weekend a bit more. I think it's also good to disconnect, especially when you're an entrepreneur. You know, like just what I've noticed is sometimes days look so unproductive, but in these unproductive days, most of my best ideas come. You need to give your brain that space to think about things. And that means doing different things. So I'm trying to learn how to become a surfer. I took like 2 or 3 classes, but as you can see, I'm not there yet, but hey, give me some time.
You can also order a Badejoh. I don't know, whatever you guys are eating.
And sunsets in Lombok, just as in Bali, I think in Indonesia in general, sunsets are unbelievable. And I think it's the best way to wind down and give that feeling of, okay, our body knows we're winding down. This Italian restaurant had the best Italian food that I ever ate in my entire life, and I found that place in Lombok, which is crazy. So the last day I tried to enjoy the resort a little bit more, like just, of course I was still working, but just also trying to take it in, you know, trying to be in the moment, trying to be grounded. And I think I did a pretty good job, especially with the people that are around me helped me disconnect, because we're all going for the same thing, right?
This beach looks better than yesterday's beach. Yeah, it's way better than yesterday.
So, sadly enough, this is also part of being a digital nomad. At one of the most beautiful beaches I've ever seen in my entire life. I think top 3. But I had a webinar to give, and that are just the priorities. And I didn't know that the beach would be that nice, you know, like yesterday's beach was nice as well, but this beach was next level. And yeah, I really felt disappointed that I had to go. But yeah, as a digital nomad, work for me is the priority. But I just finished and now I'll go back to the beach, so maybe I still have 1 hour time to check it out. But I also just want to show you this side, that this is also part of that life. But in all fairness, I'll choose this every day over working 9 to 5 in an office. So let's go back. So I will see you in our next journey. I don't know if it's going to be a work day, I don't know if it's going to be a weekend, but I think you should decide and let me know in the comments what you want me to show how life is as a digital nomad. And I would also like to thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and hopefully we see each other in the next one. Badejoh out.